Al and Jared. And I just wanted to say thank you guys again for joining Allison and Jared and I. Jared is off camera fixing himself a great energizing shake. And Allison here is a two-star crown leader, and so is Jared. And they are a great team together, and they have built a wonderful team called the Kind Human Tribe. And I am grateful to be a part of that and learning. And part of that learning is going over the compensation plan. And that's what we're doing today. And yeah, I mean, I've been a part of Purium. I'm going into my third year. And during this time, there's been a lot of growing, a lot of uh, coming into the realization of my own entrepreneurial spirit. You know, there's not really a lot of hand holding per se in this company. It's more about, are you ready to share your story? Are you ready to help other people understand what's available? And when it comes to Purium, you have all of these wonderful products to choose from, yes, as a customer, but the best product is the business opportunity. And that is what we're going to go over today. Just the structure of it, the pay plan, you know, how often we get paid. And I would love for you all to take this time, jot down notes. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Reach out to me, and I'll make sure you get the compensation plan link to where you can have that information to go over at your convenience. Again, thank you, Allison and Jared, for taking this time out of your busy schedule as team leaders of the Kind Human Tribe. So let's get down to the biscuits and gravy of the situation.
Awesome, Marty. I love it. Thank you so much. I love this topic. Yeah, and when I started this, I'll just share quickly, I was a customer, so I was actually not even thinking I would never thought I would be able to do this kind of a business. I was a very shy, introverted person. I didn't have a lot of social media or influence in any way. I wasn't in the health and wellness space. I was in the fashion space. Jared was a film editor, so no background in this. But once you experience this protocol, it's so profoundly life-changing that most people, just like when anything that works for people, they want to share it. So we talk about it, right? So that's how we started. Now Jared took a look at the compensation plan, and because I wasn't a numbers person and wasn't really that comfortable looking at spreadsheets and things like that, I wasn't even, I didn't even know what was on the table. So I'm going to let Jared really go into what lit him up about it because, I thought, hey, maybe I'll share it with a few people to have my products paid for. That was kind of the extent that I kind of saw this business going. But Jared helped me to see the bigger picture and see, how easy and quick people can do this. And it took me a while because I wasn't fast, and some people, and that's okay, right? We meet everyone where they're at. So, yeah, so here we'll explain for people who are curious how this works and how
Yeah,
they can make it.
the idea is really simple. I think everyone's exposed to affiliate marketing, and if you don't know what that means, it's if you've ever heard the expression, use gift code save 50 to, save 50%, or use our gift code on checkout. That's affiliate marketing. That's when someone is either sponsored or they're representing a product, and when they share about it and someone orders using their code, they get a commission, they get a percentage of it. So that's great. A lot of people could do very well with that. You see a lot of influencers doing that, podcasts, things like that. And affiliate marketing, as good as it is, it's only one level deep. So you're only really making commission off your own direct sales. So that's pretty binary. You're essentially a salesperson. There's not a lot of depth there, but multi-level marketing, MLM, which, it's a term that a lot of people get apprehensive about. A lot of mystery, a lot of unknowns, a lot of bias, but that idea of leveraging other people, creating teams, a community is really exciting. And that's why it creates the most new millionaires, why the most new female millionaires are from network marketing. It's very empowering
Mhm.
and it's easy to get into because there's no overhead like every other business requires thousands, tens of thousands of dollars of upfront investment. Whereas this is just you only have to buy the food that you eat yourself. That's the only requirement.
Mhm. And women are, tend to be the ones who are the talkers, right? We are the ones who share and more nurturing. And we're already speaking all the time, every day. All of us are sharing what we already love. So for me, it made sense. It clicked because this was something I was already doing for free. And I would have shared Purium all over the place free even if there wasn't a compensation plan. So I love that not only is there a compensation plan, but there's also this endless, limitless kind of, as Jared was saying, it's not just affiliate, it's also the multi-level. So those people, it grows like wildfire. Those
Well,
people,
you all have already surpassed your personal mentor and enrollee
yes,
because of your actions.
That's right.
And
yeah.
I love that. I love that.
And so it's
Yeah,
not a
sure.
pyramid, right? Like a lot of people
Right.
say they have this stigma, right? Because there's a lot of jargon that goes around. And actually, it's a big threat to big corporate industry, MLM, because it is limitless and it's there's no one of the things I love is that there is no prerequisite. Like it's even playing field for everyone, and anyone can make it to the top. And so people who say pyramid, that is completely the opposite. It's more grows like this, like growth like a tree, we like to say. So, um,
Exactly.
yeah, and you can absolutely outrank the person who brought you in and many levels up like we have. And it's really how motivated it is it's dependent on the individual. So,
Hmm.
yeah, we want to show people who are motivated who for me, I didn't have a choice, right? Because I actually got fired from my job when shortly after Purium came into my life, which it happened to be the biggest blessing in my life because if I didn't have that um basically sink or swim, like I had no choice, I wouldn't have probably leaned into it. So what I love is yeah, so we'll show you a visual of how you can do this, but it's great that when you can make as much or as little as you want. That's up to you. And we want to show people like me who had no choice but to, either replace their salary or for whatever reason life happens. We want to show people how they can do this quickly. So
Right. So depending on your income goals, whether you want to make a few $100s and just have your products paid for every month or a few $1,000s, maybe $10,000 a month, then there's a strategy for you. There's already hundreds of other people, thousands of other people in Imperium doing it, and you can learn from them directly and the wisdom that they have to kind of supercharge your own business so you don't have to go through the same clumsy early stages. Just learn from people who have done it for years and
mhm.
avoid those
What I
mistakes.
love too is this business, you're actually coached by people who are really successful already. So you're getting the success will leave clues, and we're always supported in this business. As you know, Marty, with all of the calls we have, with the personal development training. And so even someone who may not even be like, have any knowledge in business or sales, they will be able to be mentored by people who have already done it.
Which is typically very costly to get coached and trained by professionals. You're paying thousands of dollars for that. Here it's all bundled in, it's free, and you're encouraged to actually create your own tools, create your own community, but you leverage what already exists at the beginning, which is really great.
Yeah.
So for me personally, when we got into the diamond ranks is when I realized that there's something to this business. I needed convincing to, I was skeptic, but when you get paid by Purium every Friday. So that's 4 commission checks a month plus the bonus check. And it was this bonus check when we went diamond for a couple $1,000s that said to me, wow, here we
We
are in
can leave our job.
Canada
Yeah.
earning US dollars. It was enough for me to take a step back from my job and start weaning off the 9 to 5 and focusing on this because this has unlimited income opportunity. Whereas before, I was chasing paychecks as a freelancer, begging for raises as an employee, always
He
having
was out
to.
of the house 16 hours a day, which was also having a really tremendous effect on our family, right? And our marriage. So, this allowed us to travel as a family whenever we wanted, as for as long as we wanted, not needing to check, in with a boss. Jared would like have to, even just leave work a little early if I needed help, like it would be a big deal, right? And having this ability to work together and raise our kids together and work from anywhere. It's been like the biggest gift to the nervous system I can ever hope for. So
So as you see, there's 5 ranks as you go up through these diamond ranks, and you're entitled to a profit sharing pool. So you get a percentage of what the whole company makes. It's like having shares, which is really cool. And then after that, you can go into the crown rank. So this is where people are earning between 15,000 to 50,000 a month in the company. And we just came back from a convention where we were, rubbing shoulders with these leaders, and we see how attainable it is. And they did it pretty quickly. Within a few years, they were already at 2, 3, 4 star.
we know someone who within 4 months made it to crown. So, it depends of however urgent someone wants this. Okay. So, we want to start with diamond because I think that's the first, monumental, like that's the first kind of goal one should have when they start. There's incredible fast start bonuses to be made at diamond, actually all the way up to diamond. You're going to be rewarded for going, faster. And it doesn't, and it's actually a very realistic quickness. So we'll explain this is how we bring on someone, when we're talking about because people need to see what they need to do or where they're going to get there. So we'll explain it as, a new brand partner,
Yeah, it's just
how we'd walk them through it.
basically as you go up in rank, you're going to attain these bonuses. There's also a matching bonus. So if you bring in somebody who's attaining these fast start goals, you get it as well. And you can see consultant is 100, directors 400, executive 500. There's a rank between executive and diamond called fast start climb. If you hit that, it's 500. And these are the time frames that you can hit it within. So here to diamond, that's already $2,900. Sorry, $3,000.
$3,000 and
Yeah,
bonus.
and
That's on
check
top of
bonuses.
commissions. So you can easily be making in your first 3 months, if someone has goals like Christmas ahead and they have a lot of gifts, you can easily be making 5, 10K in those first, well, actually more than that, depending on commissions, but that could be like, it's a good time now, that 90 days till Christmas. We could be aiming for that.
And then you're not only paid on just your own customers' orders, you could see that you're paid 8 levels deep. So even if you bring in somebody who's has multiple levels deep, you're gonna get a check every month just passive income coming in, which not a lot of people know about or have experienced. It's usually reserved for like a writer or a musician who has a hit song and they're just collecting royalties on it. Like that is, usually it's a very elite people that get that. It's a rarefied air, but once you taste it, it's addictive and you want to create that for other people. So looking at these charts, some people, this may be a foreign language to them. Allison doesn't do great with charts, but it's basically you just want to grow a tree. You're have branches of a tree that are
Explained it
strong.
in the way that that I was able to understand it.
Yeah.
So I love to say rhythm of three. When people get started in this business, I always say, well, think of everyone you know, right? Write a list, and that list should be at least 60 people. So just writing down everyone you could think of from even years back of who who would be interested in, health,
Sorry.
or the opportunity, because we're looking not only for customers, but also people who are motivated by this business opportunity. So I say, write a list of everyone you know. And even if you're not sure where they fit in, like those people, you could even ask who they know. So everyone knows someone. So writing a list and contacting people about what you're doing and doing a launch event, sharing why you're doing what you're doing, you're going to find other people. So I always say find three people who are, hopefully, let's start with just interested in being a customer, right? Because I think that's the best place to start. So who's praying for, who has digestive issues or has weight loss goals or health goals in any way? Three people. And I tend to, you don't want to find the sickest people. You want to look for people who are already motivated to heal, right? So people who are on their healing journey. I started asking everyone I know, who do you know who's on a healing journey, who's looking to improve their health, their energy, their performance, maybe they're athletes. You want to really widen your reach looking for three people. So once you have those three people, and this, I'm a very visual person, so I'm just like, you want these three happy customers there once, and usually within a week of people being on this program, they start to feel the benefits. Actually, within a few days, right? Right away, people are like, wow, that green juice hits. And so when I say, oh, usually about a week into people's transformation, when they're really loving it, I ask them, who do they know? Okay, so like usually when someone is feeling this good, they're like, "Oh, I need to get my husband on this." Like Jared is my first customer, or I need to get my mother, my family member. People are usually thinking of family and friends at the beginning, who they know around them, who's praying for it. And so when those three happy customers each know two people, that gives you the structure of that first rank diamond. So all I was really looking for was three happy customers, because a happy customer is going to talk. They're going to love it. They're raving fans. They're talking about it. So it's very organic. And so I always start people, you want to just make sure they have a good positive experience as a customer. And then you're going to funnel them to ask, basically a lot of people, once they love the products, just want their products paid for. They just are like, I want to continue with this. How can I have this paid for? They're excited when they learn that if you just share this with two people, that will cover your core for next month. So three happy customers is what you want to find in the beginning. Of course, you want more. The more, the better. But if you can look for three people, and they each know two people, that's what you need to hit that beautiful rank of diamond, where you're going to be getting $3,000 of bonus. And really starting that's a beautiful cushion for people to really have to experience freedom. And yeah, so I hope that helps to visualize, maybe, because some people are like, this looks complicated and these charts and everything. And so really, writing a bigger list. I say when you reach out to, usually for me, my ratio is, if I'm going to reach out to 10 people about it, one person out of those 10 are interested. And so you want to at least reach out to 30 people to find three people who are interested. And sometimes it could be even more, but asking people, even if they're not interested, who do you know who is looking for this? Chances are each person will be a connection to someone who is.
Well, I know this is the reason why somebody could surpass another person, is because anybody, like I could get a hold of 10 people a day, you could get a hold of 100 people a day. So the percentage of people that are going to be willing to try or to refer is going to be different for everyone. And I love how, I never viewed MLM, especially the ones that I've been a part of, as anything good, because it always has been that upside down tree. and since I've been a part of Purium, I've realized that, it's like this group is going faster because they go together and they're growing faster. And this, like me, I've gone slower, and it doesn't mean that I haven't put in the work. It's just I'm not as passionate about it as, say, you are. So it's not that, understanding the commission part, understanding it, and everything is very important. And I love numbers and I love graphs, but it gets frustrating to me. So, like, having it in a link and printing it out, it's all like going back over it and making sure that I understand what it takes to get to that diamond rank. So it's 3 customers, and they have like 2 happy customers themselves,
Yes.
is to get to diamond rank. And that is when shares of the company start to be seen, not just commission part, but actually being part of the company and being paid that little bit of a dividend. And the fast start, I didn't make it through fast start and you didn't make it through fast start, but being able to be in the position now, if somebody was in that mindset to push that car up the hill and get it going, being in that position as a mentor and having the capability of doing connect calls with not just you, but other people who have been with Purium for 20 plus years, the loyalty is royalty around here. And there's never been like a stupid question asked. No. It's like really amazing. Is there any part else that you wanted to share, Jared, on the compensation plan that you feel needs to be shared?
Well, yeah, thank you. I think it just in conclusion, I think if you've already formed an opinion about Purium or MLMs, I urge you just to do your due diligence and actually have a basis for those conclusions. And the only
Exactly.
way to do that is just learn about it. And the fact that, we outranked, we out-earned our enroller. You can't find any other career path where you could out-earn your employer. That
And you have no
corporate,
employer. Yeah, no one.
yeah. And the myth of, oh, you have to get in early. It's too late for me. The market's already saturated. That couldn't be further from the truth. The wellness industry is going to be $1 trillion industry very soon. It's always steady growth. It's an evergreen space to be operating in. And no matter what you're passionate about, Purium, sharing these foods could just be a vehicle for that.
Yeah. Well, Purium is like the fuel, like this green juice will fuel anyone to their dreams. So like whatever your personal, gifts are in this world, we all need the right fuel to fuel our dreams, right? So I see that the food is the fuel for our physical forms, and
everybody eats.
Everybody has to eat anyways. So this is just upgrading your food. And then the business is the vehicle towards all of your dreams, because we were able with our Purium income, first of all, to have that freedom to not have that 9 to 5, revolving around being in one place. So we were able to expand what our dreams are with the income that we've been able to get in. We've been able to invest in buying land, in buying a home, building our dream home, buying an RV, tools that help us to really achieve our dreams, to really, so to be allowed to, look at all of this. It's not one type of person that makes it in Purium. It's all different types of
everyone.
People, right? And all different people have different dreams, have different goals. And this can be the fuel and the vehicle towards whatever your dreams are, and the support, because there's nowhere else that I've ever seen that gives you this kind of support, which all of us need, right? This is a huge critical missing piece in any industry, actually, that we don't even have in our communities anymore. So this is an incredible value. You just order your food and the business and the community and the support comes free. And it can lead to whatever your vision and goals are. So I just want people who, don't think in a box, think outside the box, what this can do for you and where you want to go, because we will help you to get there. And I know Marty, even though, both of us didn't make that fast start, but knowing that if we help someone do that, we earn that matching bonus as well. So we are incentivized to help you hit your goals. And as and we're here to support that. So that's a beautiful
I
thing.
mean, it's just to be in the headspace and that position to be able to do that now and to have this community. It has just been, it's been a bunch of personal choices of how fast I want to grow. And to have people be there and back me up when I'm ready, instead of being judgmental and pushy and you got to do this and you got to do that. It's not like that here. It's not like that here. It is, okay, are you ready? No? Okay. Oh, you're ready. All right, set the time. Let's do this. And I love that about this community, because it's not hand-holding. It's not taking your power away. It's helping you step into your own power and realization. And the corporate calls of like just the refreshing of the community and learning, there's like no way that you can't grow if you up to the table and you take in the knowledge given to us every single week, not just in the Kind Human Tribe, but the corporate calls with Dave and Amy and Debbie. And, it's just been the meat and the potatoes of the whole situation. And sometimes it takes time. So it's like, if you are one of those people that you understand the compensation plan and you have your people and you are ready to go, I am so happy for you. But if you are not, I am still here for you.
Yes.
We are still here for you. And this company is full of grace and understanding, because we all come up and out of different things at different times, and we all become ready at different times. Yeah. And this community has been just spectacular when it comes to that. I appreciate both of you all's time so much. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And again, if anybody is interested, I will be sharing this to my YouTube, and I will be sharing it to those people who have asked for it to be shared to. If there's any questions, reach out to me, and I'll make sure that you get the whole rundown of the compensation plan, so you can see how you can go from Diamond all through the Diamond ranks to 5-star Crown, and how you can build your community through duplication very easily. And let's do a vision board. Let's see what your dreams are. Let's think outside of that box, and how Purium can help you get there, with the help of me, with the help of my mentors who will be your mentors. And yeah, let's get this party started. Yeah. Much love, guys. Thank you so much. Love you too, hon. You have a good night. Bye.
Thank you.